ಮ್ಯಾಗಂಡು ಗೊತ್ತಿಗ್ಗ ತಿಮಾಗೆ ಜಾತಿ ದಿರಿಯುಳ್ಮುಗೆ ಆದಕಾದತಕ ವಶಾಗೆ ಮಾ ಹೌಲಾ ಸೀದಾ ಗುಳುಂ ಹುರಿ ಬಲಿತ ಮಿಗುತುಂ ಕೇನ್ ಬೊಯ್ಮುಗೆ ನುರಂಗಳು ಆದತಕ ಹೆಲಿಫೆಲಿವೆಗಳು ಮದೂಮಾ ದುಂಫತ್ ಕೇಸ್ತಿಮಾಲ್ ಕುರುಂ ಅದಿ ರಾಬುಯಿಂ ಫದ ಆದಕಾದತಂ ಹಿಮೆನೆ
Making headlines this hour, President Dr. Mohammad Muiz meets with the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Shirley Ayuko Bojwe, as the President concludes his visit to the UK. President Mohammad Muiz extends warm greetings to the senior officials and employees of the Maldives Customs Service on the occasion of its 135th anniversary. And the Minister of Economic Development and Trade, Mohammad Saeed, emphasizes the importance of consistently promoting and marketing investment opportunities in the Maldives. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Welcome to PSM News in English with me, Hafiz Abdul Sattar. Now the news in detail. President Dr. Mohammad Muiz meets with the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Shirley Ayuko Bojwe, in London for wide-ranging discussions on key areas of focus as the President concludes his visit to the United Kingdom. During the meeting, the Secretary General reaffirmed the Commonwealth's commitment to supporting the Maldives in advancing its national priority. The President highlighted the Maldives' leadership among small island developing states in advocating shared priorities on multilateral platforms. He also outlined the national vision to achieve development country status by 2040, emphasizing the importance of a continued cooperation in the Commonwealth in realizing this goal. The President and the Secretary General discussed a wide range of shared interests, including democracy and good governance, trade and investment, and the sustainable development of fisheries and tourism. The meeting was a significant step towards strengthening the partnership between the Maldives and the Commonwealth. This marks the conclusion of the President's official visit to the UK. President Dr. Mohammad Muiz extends warm greetings to the senior officials and employees of the Maldives Customs Service on the occasion of its 135th anniversary. In a post on his official X account on Friday, the President conveyed his best wishes and expressed hope that the Maldives Customs Service would continue to make progress and achieve further success in its service to the nation. The recorded history of Maldives Customs is traced to 18th July 1890. Although government export and import tax administrative infrastructure was functional long before that. Maldives Customs joined the World Customs Organization on 8th September 1995 when it became its 139th member. The name of Maldives Customs was renamed Maldives Customs Service on 11th November 1998. The Minister of Economic Development and Trade, Mohammad Saeed, emphasizes the importance of consistently promoting and marketing investment opportunities in the Maldives. Minister Saeed, in a post on the social media platform X, highlighted the ongoing efforts to attract foreign investments to the Maldives during President Dr. Mohammad Muiz's visit to the United Kingdom. The minister in his tweet highlighted President Muiz's attendance to the UK Maldives Business Forum held in London, where he engaged with a large number of UK-based investors and business leaders. The minister said the president officially launched the Maldives national fisheries brand From Maldives, aimed at promoting the country's premium seafood products in international markets. He further said the forum was organized with the participation of key ministries and government agencies, serving as a strategic platform to showcase investment opportunities across priority sectors of the Maldivian economy. He wrote, quote, "Initiatives such as this are critical in today's globally competitive landscape," unquote. According to Minister Said, the forum brought together over 200 UK-based entrepreneurs who explored a wide range of business opportunities, from the well-established tourism sector to emerging areas such as renewable energy and environmental sustainability. The minister also noted while tourism remains a cornerstone of the Maldivian economy, the forum also highlighted growing interest in green investments in line with the president's policy to generate at least 33% of the country's energy from renewable sources by 2028. The minister also mentioned that to strengthen a bilateral economic cooperation, a memorandum of understanding was signed between the West London Chambers of Commerce and the Ministry of Economic Development and Trade of the Maldives. He concluded by adding that this partnership aims to foster long-term engagement and open new pathways for investment collaboration between the two countries. The Minister of Fisheries and Ocean Resources, Ahmad Shiam, expressed confidence that the officially launched a new national brand for Maldives fish products titled From Maldives will ease the present challenges to market local products in international markets.
The brand was unveiled by President Dr. Mohamed Moise at the UK Maldives Business Forum held in the United Kingdom on July 17th. The brand launch marks a major step forward in the efforts to promote the Maldivian fishing industry on the global stage. At the Business Forum, Minister Shiam joined the Q&A session and spoke about the market challenges facing Maldivian fisheries. He highlighted how the Maldives continues to face high tariffs in key markets, especially in the global north, even as large industrial fleets using less sustainable methods enjoy duty-free access. The minister underscored that this imbalance is exactly why the new fisheries brand matters, and that the hope is that it will ease some of the weight we carry by showcasing the true value of Maldivian products and building global recognition for fisheries that are doing things the right way, sustainably, responsibly, and with care. With a logo that symbolizes the shape of the traditional Maldivian fishing boats, fish products, and the country's rich natural resources, the From Maldives brand demonstrates that the country's fishing industry is environmentally sustainable, technologically advanced, socially inclusive, and globally competitive. The brand also reflects the deep-rooted relationship between the ocean and the lives of the Maldivian people, as well as the creativity and cultural richness of the Maldivian people. The brand further symbolizes that the Maldivian fishing industry is evolving to keep up with the changes in the global fish market and complies with international standards. The launch of the brand is a key initiative of the government to increase the benefits of marine resources. It also supports the government's efforts to increase the Maldives' capacity to produce value-added fish and fish products through improved processing, chilling, and storage capacity for fish and fish products. The From Maldives brand is an initiative of the Maldives Fisheries and Ocean Resources Marketing and Promotion Corporation, established by President Dr. Mohamed Moise to strengthen the global competitive participation of locally produced fish products.
Maldives and Japan signed an agreement to offer fully funded higher education scholarships to the island nation. Minister of Higher Education, Labour and Skills Development, Dr. Ali Haider Ahmad, and Moto Taki, the resident representative of JICA in the Maldives, officially signed the grant agreement for the JDS Scholarship Program 2025 to 2031 between the Government of the Maldives and Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA. This fully funded scholarship program, the ministry said, aims to strengthen human resource development by providing opportunities for Maldivians to pursue master's degrees in Japan, empowering future public sector leaders and deepening the partnership between the two countries. 6 scholarships for master's degrees have been opened this year, including programs in international relations, public policy, and environmental sciences. The Japanese government is spending more than $1.3 million on this program. Under the agreement, Maldives will receive Japanese assistance in the field of higher education for the next 4 years. The last 4 years saw the government of Japan provide the opportunities to 24 Maldivian students to pursue master's level education. Adu Equatorial Hospital inaugurates a medical internship program, becoming the first institution in the atolls to offer this essential stage of clinical training. The program commenced last Wednesday, marking a pivotal expansion of medical training opportunities beyond the capital, Male. The one-year internship is a compulsory requirement for medical graduates prior to their entry into permanent service as licensed physicians. Until recently, this critical phase of professional development was confined to government hospitals in Male, specifically Indira Gandhi Memorial Hospital (IGMH) and Dharmawant Hospital, reflecting a long-standing concentration of training resources in the capital region. The launch of the program in Adu City signals a strategic shift in national healthcare policy. By extending internship placements to the southern atolls, the government aims to broaden access to medical education and address regional disparities in the availability of clinical training. That shift has coincided with a wider effort to expand internship opportunities across the country. The Maldives Ministry of Health has designated several additional facilities to host medical interns, diversifying the landscape of professional training. While Dharmawant Hospital remains a principal site, both IGMH and ADK Hospital also offer internship. Holmale Hospital is in the process of establishing its internship program. Maldives Monetary Authority reports a 21% increase in the amount of dollars entering local banks following the reform brought under the Foreign Exchange Act. The Foreign Exchange Act, which requires tourism establishments to exchange or deposit their US dollar revenue to local banks, came into effect on 1st January this year. The MMA said the central bank has taken strong measures to curb the unofficial appreciation of the dollar in the black market. Since the introduction of the Foreign Exchange Act, $364 million has been deposited with banks as of June this year. MMA said the key aim is to increase the amount of dollars available to small and medium enterprises by 50%. The MMA said the proportion of foreign exchange inflows to Maldivian banks had remained at 10% over the past 4 years. MMA stated that the new regulations in place, this figure has now increased to 21%. MMA explained that while 90% of foreign exchange earnings go to central bank, 60% of this is used for various government purposes and to increase reserves. This year, $174 million has been utilized for debt repayment, marking a 51% increase compared to the same period last year. In addition to the debt servicing, dollars are also spent on other essential imports such as fuel and staple foods. In addition, 30% of the 90% reserved by the MMA is provided back to banks as a market intervention. The MMA clarified that not all the dollar inflows routed to the authority used for debt repayment and various government purposes. It said, in contrast, 30% of the amount brought to the MMA is always provided to the public through the banking system. The MMA also said that priority has been given to providing foreign exchange assistance and support, especially to medium-sized enterprises, adding that banks, which were previously providing telegraphic transfer support of 5% of the requirement, dollars are now provided up to 30%. The central bank said that they aim to increase this figure to 50%. According to the central bank, appropriate changes have been met in the country's foreign exchange policy, and the full benefits of these measures will become apparent with the measure taken to improve the economic situation. The government conducts a survey in North and South Malay Atolls to monitor reef fish communities. This survey, conducted by the Maldives Marine Research Institute MMRI from 3rd to 16th July, is part of a resampling effort under the Global Finprint project in collaboration with Marine Lab, contributing to one of the world's largest surveys of reef sharks and rays. According to MMRI, researchers deployed baited remote underwater video systems to monitor reef fish communities and branch abundance. Maldives adopted the precautionary approach and imposed a ban on shark fishing within its exclusive economic zone EEZ in 2010, following serious concerns regarding the status of shark stocks in Maldives waters as well as the Indian Ocean in general. Maldives was the first Indian Ocean country to declare the whole of its EEZ is a shark sanctuary. The protection of a shark species in the Maldives has resulted in an uptick in excursions for visiting tourists, prompting the government to expand protected areas. In addition to sharks, ray breeding areas are also being protected by the government, as manta rays have also become a popular excursion activity among tourists. Italian Pecorino Romano producers are calling for calm diplomacy and strategic preparations as potential U.S. tariff hikes loom over one of Italy's most iconic cheese exports.
Owner of I Buona Tavola, a Pecorino Romano production company, Gesso Capuani, said what Europe should do and what politics and entrepreneurs do is and leads nowhere. Capuani, whose company exports to the US, said that while the current 10% tariff has not yet disrupted trade, further action still he acknowledged posture might last under President Donald. While producer Romano, which represents the industry, is ramping up efforts to engage, said Pecorino Romano has had a strong presence in the US for more than 140 years, with about 40% of the 360,000 quintals produced annually shipped to the American market. The bulk of US imports are used in industrial food production, where price sensitivity is higher. Maudi warned that any additional cost pressures could lead buyers to seek cheaper substitutes. Trump said on July 12th he would impose a 30% tariff on most imports from the EU and Mexico from August 1st for other countries and leaving.
Driving into the Syrian side of the Israel-Syria border near on Damascus a day before.
The convoy of 5 vehicles, a road near the border fence before a gate was opened to allow them to drive into the Syrian side. On July 16, hundreds of Druze were seen crossing the border in the Golan Heights despite efforts by the Israeli military to stop the stream of men heading by foot and in cars into Syria. Meanwhile, in Damascus, powerful airstrikes shook the city on the 16th of July, targeting the defense ministry as Israel vowed to destroy Syrian government forces attacking Druze communities in southern Syria and demanded they withdraw. Diplomats said the United Nations Security Council will meet to address the conflict.
England soccer fans cheers and celebrates after their team secured a spot in the Women's Euro 2025 semi-finals, where a drastic penalty shootout victory over Sweden.
England had come from 2-0 down to force extra time, but no further goals led to one of the most extraordinary shootouts ever seen at a major tournament. England's goalkeeper Hannah Hampton turned out to be the unlikely hero, having been thrust into the spotlight in her first major tournament after the experienced Mary Earps announced her international retirement just weeks before the tournament.
It was intense, honestly. My voice is gone, as you can tell, but it was amazing. The best game that I've been to. It was stressful, had everything.
Performance. Sweden goalkeeper Jennifer Falk played both the hero and the villain during the chaotic shootout, making save after save from a succession of poorly struck England penalties. But when she had the chance to win it, she fired her own effort way over the bar.
Archaeologists working on the shores of Ohrid Lake in Albania says they have uncovered the oldest human settlement built on a European lake, finding evidence of an organized hunting and farming community living up to 8,000 years ago.
The team from Switzerland and Albania spend hours each day about 3 meters or 9.8 feet underwater, painstakingly retrieving wooden stilts that supported houses. They are also collecting bones of domesticated and wild animals, copper objects and ceramics featuring detailed carvings. Albert Hafner from the University of Bern said similar settlements have been found in Alpine and Mediterranean regions, but the settlements in the village of Linn are half a millennium older, dating back between 6,000 and 8,000 years. Hafner said findings show that people who lived on the lake helped to spread agriculture and livestock to other parts of Europe. Multiple studies show that Lake Ohrid, shared by North Macedonia and Albania, is the oldest lake in Europe at over 1 million years. The age of the findings is determined through radiocarbon dating and dendrochronology, which measures annual growth rings in trees. More than 1,000 wood samples have been collected from the site, which may have hosted several hundred people. It is believed to cover around 6 hectares, but so far only about 1% has been excavated after 6 years of work.
And that's all we have for this hour. Thank you for watching. Wish you all a very pleasant day ahead.